started my business in September 2017.
Okay.
So I started my page, my business page,
Mm-hmm.
and I just started making soap because I have eczema. I was having skin problems. So I started changing out my diet, and then I started making soap and my own skincare products. I noticed my skin was doing better. So I said, if I can help myself, I can maybe help someone else.
Mm-hmm.
And I like being creative. So it started from there. So I started making soap, coming up with my recipes, body butters, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And then it just expanded,
Yeah.
From there.
Tap, 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 tap in with me. Tap in with me.
Yo, we get that mic hot, then we let that mic drop. Yeah, mic drop, mic drop. We get that mic hot, then we let that mic drop. Yeah, mic drop, mic drop. Ooh.
Tap in with me. Tap in with me.
Mic drop,
Tap
mic
in
drop,
with
mic drop, mic drop.
This is the Mic Drop with B. Anderson, and we are back again with a very special guest. We are supposed to have you on in season 1, but we here for season 2. I want to introduce Miss Elaine, Missy Soap. How are you?
I'm well, and you, mic drop.
I'm doing good. Happy to, finally get you on here. I think that everything happened when it's supposed to. But enough about that. How have you been? Like, how you been doing?
It's been a journey.
It's been
It's been a journey, but it's a beautiful thing. You understand? It's called growth.
Mm-hmm.
Growth is beautiful, and sometimes it hurts. Sometimes,
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable,
Yeah.
but it's necessary. That's
Yeah.
the beautiful thing, that we start off as a caterpillar, but we end up flying high like a beautiful butterfly. You know what I'm saying? Well, we had to go through that transformation.
Yeah. Well, you do so much. Like, I see you on social media. You always posting pictures and videos. You have your jewelry and your soaps and your body oils and butters and things like that. And then you do a little bit of poetry. On top of that, we're going to get into all of those things. But where I want to start off first is, when did you first decide that you wanted to get into making your soaps and your body oils and things like that?
Thank you for asking. Well, I started my business in September 2017.
Okay.
So I started my page, my business page,
Mm-hmm.
and I just started making soap because I have eczema. I was having skin problems. So I started changing out my diet, and then I started making soap and my own skincare products. I noticed my skin was doing better. So I said, if I can help myself, I can maybe help someone else.
Mm-hmm.
And I like being creative. So it started from there. So I started making soap, coming up with my recipes, body butters, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And then it just expanded,
Yeah.
From there. But I enjoy what I do. I love what I do. I love meeting new people, new faces. I love learning new things.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I like challenging myself, pushing myself. So, yeah, it is, my journey's just, it feels like it's just beginning, but I know it hasn't. But it's beautiful. It's beautiful, the good and the bad.
So did I know the soaps and everything, so the body butters and all of that stuff, that all kind of stemmed from the eczema and all of that stuff as well.
The soap, then you have to follow it with the body butter. And then the body, so one of my coworkers asked me, do you sell body oils? I said, no. She said, well, if you sell them, I'll buy them from you.
Okay.
So she got me into, I said, well, give me some names. I don't know. So she got me into doing the oils. Then after I did the oils, body butters, and soaps, then I started doing jewelry.
Okay.
I started doing my own jewelry. and just being creative. And so then the earrings and necklaces and I've been selling them. People like them. So yeah.
And then it's the fact that you even have stuff for men as well. you know?
Yeah. Everybody can come and get. Everybody can come and get some of Missy. So the children, I got children's section bracelets.
Oh.
I got men stuff for men and women.
Mhm.
Yeah, I got a little variety going on.
Hey, I love that. Yeah, because I remember I came in the first time I had come to your shop. I was looking at some stuff, for the ladies, and then you was like, we got the men stuff too. I'm like,
Yeah.
for real, like, I didn't even. At first, I thought it was for the ladies because when I first heard about Missy Soap, it was like, hey, the ladies is gonna get you together and all of that. So I had no idea. So I'm like, man, that was super dope. So with you getting established in 2017 and you meeting so many different people, is that how you initially got into poetry, or had you been writing poetry before that?
Well, I started writing after my father passed. So I had wrote before, but it was like for a school project.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it. I didn't go to like School of Performing Arts or anything. Like certain situations will bring out certain gifts and talents in you.
Mm-hmm.
So I wrote a poem for my father. He had cremated, so we had a little ceremony.
Yes, yeah.
So after that, I just been writing.
Yeah.
It's been really healing. Poetry is healing for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because it gives me a way to express how I feel,
Mm-hmm.
because it did something to me. And then I had a lot of, it would come from a lot of drama
Mm-hmm.
from home, from family.
Yeah.
So in order to cope with that, I had to start writing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then I had to lean towards God. I had to start getting that Bible and read. He's been giving me direction with my life. And he's been ordering my steps.
Mm-hmm.
So when he tells me to do something, I have to be obedient. Certain people, places, things you have to walk away from sometimes in order to grow and shine. People may not understand you or get you, but just know what God has for you is best for you. He has something big. So yeah, that's how I started. I just started writing and healing myself through my pen and the paper.
Mm-hmm.
Just writing everything that I feel at the time.
You talk about your faith in God and things like that, and I see the role that it plays in your poetry, but as far as like your life as a whole, what role does your faith play?
Right now, I only have my faith.
Mm-hmm.
Like trust.
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning to trust in Him, because I've been doing it my way, and it hasn't really been working for me. It's been working to a certain extent, but I keep falling.
Yeah.
So my trust has been bigger, but I've been having more faith in myself and believing in myself. And God has been giving me that courage through me reading the Word and spending time with Him and praying and fasting also.
Okay.
So yeah, you gotta have faith in yourself. You gotta believe in yourself.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
With you having your hands in so many different things, and you loving to write poetry, you write to cope, you write to heal. Have you ever considered doing anything further with your writing, like maybe putting it into a book or something?
I have been. A couple people been telling me to write a book, and I thought, like, me, a writer? I never. And this was a couple years ago. At the time, I never thought myself as a writer. They said, "Well, don't you write poetry?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Well, that's different." You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking in my head it's something different. But the more things that I go through, trials and tribulations that I'm going through, I guess I do have a full-blown book.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But sometimes God got to take you through some things.
Yeah.
So you can help people, so you can have a testimony.
Yes.
He's going to bring you out of it, but he had to give me something to write about, put it
Yes.
like that. So I would be open to that, writing, but, I'm just being creative right now. And, I still do my poetry, and I do love the videos, the reels, and making my words come into motion,
Yes.
adding my poetry with the pictures and
Yes.
the timing. It's a job. But it's beautiful once you do it. So I like doing that, too. I like being creative.
So, the best advice I can give with that is, to just keep doing what you're doing, as far as just letting God lead you. Because I remember when I was in my early 20s, people would say the same thing, like, man, you should write a book, like, you got this poetry and all of that, and I'm like, I ain't ready. I need to take more time, let my pen develop more, kind of experience more things, so I can have maybe a deeper story to tell. I just didn't feel like it was ready for a book. And then around the time that I met you, I think I may have already dropped my book. Yeah, I did. I had already had a book out at the time. I was actually getting ready for my second one. Okay. Yeah, a penny for my thought.
Yeah, the pennies on the table with the jar full of pennies. That was good. I was like, okay, then. Yeah, yes. I was getting video of it.
Yes, and so with that book, that was really, I looked at it as a compilation of poetry over, a period of time, from, I think, maybe 10 years worth of poetry, and and then some new stuff that I have written. And then my second book was more directed towards my life, but it's like you said, just having more to write about, just having more to talk about. And I think as a writer, as a creative, because you are a true creative, like from content to poetry to all these different things, to your soaps and stuff, you're a true creative. And so you'll know in your heart when you have enough content to be able to put it together for a book. But never give up on the idea of a book. I really want to see all of my friends who are writers, put their book out there. I want to be able to switch out books on this table and be able to have as many books as I can. And I made a post before and I said, hey, I don't know about y'all friends, but my friends are authors. And so, just being able to express your word, because that book is going to live beyond you. When you dead and gone, that book is still going to be there. Those words are still going to be true. Yeah. People are still going to be inspired and motivated by what Miss Elaine had to say. So.
I never looked at it at that point of view.
Yeah.
Thank you for that alignment. Yeah, you are right. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you can learn one thing from me, I would hope it would be that, because I feel like I've learned so much from you. When I came in 2021 and, you were already in the Hit the Mic Cincy group, and, I came in, I had never, had a business card or, because I remember the Black Book Fair was coming up, and I wanted to have a vendor's table, but I'm like, I don't know, how to put together a table or do anything like that. And I remember we talked for a while, and you were like, you need this and you need that, and you need to make sure you got this and get your payment methods together. And I'm like, what did I get myself into? I don't know what I'm doing. And so, you really helped me in so many ways, as far as looking at myself as a brand and not just as a person. Because yes, of course, B. Anderson, I'm a person and everything, but it's also a brand. And you really played a significant role in helping me brand and helping me grow within myself, from a content creator standpoint as well. Just seeing, you are relentless with promotion. I had never seen anything like that when I came in. And like you talk about God, really putting you in spaces that you're supposed to be in, that was meant, because I'm like, man, why ain't my stuff, I really want to get my stuff out there. And people would say, oh, I didn't see it. And I'm like, well, I posted it. And then they're like, well, you only posted it one time. You got to keep. And so when I saw you, you were posting, you were capturing everything. And that was something that I always wanted to do and didn't know how. So I started watching like what you were doing, and then you would give me tips and advice and say, you need to be doing this, you need to do that, you need this app, you need that app. What, who helped you get into content creating?
That wasn't nothing but God, B.
Okay.
God led me into the direction that I need to go. he was giving me visions. He was
Mhm.
telling me to study this and study that. I learned I self-taught myself how to do everything.
Wow.
The information is out there, but you just need the time, and it's trial and error. With every mistake, it's a learning. So my father always told me you should always make beautiful memories, because that's all you have to look back when you get old. So I said I'm capturing these beautiful memories in the way that I know how. And so now we're living in the world of technology and everything. I had to learn all these things. I didn't have nobody teaching me, right? But I just knew that I had to do this, right? So I study. I started taking social media marketing classes. So God was telling me to do XYZ. I just had to stay obedient and do it. And so he gave me that knowledge.
Wow.
You don't have to go to college. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You got just the determination and drive if you have that.
Yeah.
And God is the head of your household. Ask him to reveal what should I be doing, God? Lead me and guide me in the right direction. Send the people my way, because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So he was telling me to do this and do that. I didn't have no knowledge of that. None at all. I didn't have no background, no college, you know? So, yeah. And you could see the growth when I first started posting, too. Because they looked kind of crappy. But now they're getting better and better and better and better.
Yeah, I mean, from my perspective, I feel like I don't think I would be covering events if I hadn't, come across you, because, like I said, I learned so much in, a 4-month period, just watching and then seeing what you were doing. And then even after that, watching what you were doing. So how did you join Hit the Mic Cincy? Because, I've seen you, do a lot of things solo. You talk about being self-taught, but, then you joined the team. How did that come about? Well,
after my father died, I went to open mic.
Okay.
I really enjoyed it. It was Green Hills. It was in Green Hills. I think it was called Lola Play. I'm not quite sure. But it was in Green Hills. It was open mic. And then I seen them. I just knew. I seen myself on the microphone.
Okay.
Because I don't know, when the spirit moves you. Like, I said, I went with someone that kept trying to get him to get on the mic.
Okay.
I told him, I'm coming back and I'm getting up on there.
Yeah.
She said, okay.
Yeah.
I said, because I've been writing. I was writing, so I had to. Son just moved me, and ever since then, I was getting up there, and they would encourage me to write more, to overcome my fears, because I never did that. But something took over me and said, get up there. And so that's how I joined the Hit the Mic group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I learned a lot too.
Yeah.
I learned a lot in that group. Yeah.
I always think it's pros and cons to being on the team. You are able to, really focusing on the pros. You're really able to bounce ideas off of others. Especially other people who are just as talented, or who are in a space that you're trying to get to. And so, and that's really, you were one of the people who did that for me, just being able to learn, and, I was able to take advice and things like that. So I really think that the team can really, help, as far as exposure and as far as things like that. So, I was just,
I'm glad to be a blessing.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for, to help one another and to bless one another. So that feels good that I help someone. You know what I'm saying? And now God is revealing so many different things to me, and I can teach people.
Yeah.
I never consider myself a teacher, but we need to teach people. We need to lead by example.
Yeah.
When God has brought you through something, you should help that other person. Say, hey, I got over XYZ, and this is how I did it.
Yeah.
It may help you, it may not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, so, after you left the team, you started doing like your own open mics and, kind of having your own shows at your shop and things like. What inspired you to start having your own shows and things of that sort? Because you got real good turnouts and stuff like that. And you were doing them at your spot. What inspired you to do that?
Well, God said, when he speaks to you, you gotta listen. He said it's time to go, Elaine.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. You remember you called me, was like, "Why
Mm-hmm.
It's time to go."
Mm-hmm.
Some people may not understand it, the
Mm-hmm.
moves you make, and the way you walk or talk.
Mm-hmm.
But let God order your steps. So He gave me the ideas for each and every month, and people, they liked it.
Yeah, because you
They
had
were
things.
coming.
Yeah, you had things.
There
and
were
everything.
mental health events. Each and every one helped. I didn't just do it just to do it. It had a
Mhm.
meaning and purpose,
Mhm.
and it was geared towards good mental health. And then a lot of people, they made friends
Yeah.
at my event, and they really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It was a learning experience, actually, and so I will continue doing that when God blesses me with a new spot and stuff, because I know more. I will have a bigger turnout too. You know what I'm saying? And I just had fun. I had fun meeting new people, and it was fun to see people have fun and meet other people and take away from, like, what did I learn from this event? Did I connect with someone? Did I learn a new skill? Or did I'm there to uplift their spirits?
Yes.
To make them feel happy and feel good about themselves.
See, and I had a few people who have been on the mic drop that participated in some of those events. Some of them I got to actually see perform for the first time at one of your events.
Okay.
At as far as one of the people that I got to meet was Topaz.
Oh,
How did that relationship come about?
Oh, she came to my event.
Oh,
Yeah, that's how we met. Okay. So I do everything scared. So you guys got to get out of your fear bubble, because God said do this and do that, and I said I don't know. Get out. You will get it. You will be your worst enemy. Get out of your head.
Yes.
So I was scared. I was doing what He told me to do, but I was doing it scared.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, anybody who was open mic, anybody do poetry?
Mm-hmm.
She said, I do. I said, come on up, girl. And then
Mm-hmm.
oh, for real. So she spit her poetry, and then we've been friends since. I've been knowing her since.
Wow.
But yeah, she came to one of my events. So
Yeah.
I done met people.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a reason for everything.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to be obedient. He said, do this and do that. I had to do that and do this. Because he's ordering my steps in order for me to level up.
Mm-hmm.
He said, Elaine, you want this? You want to level up? I'm going to take you through some things. You're going to meet this person and this person. I want you to do this so you can meet them, right?
Mm-hmm.
That part. But yeah, it's a beautiful thing. I met new people at my event too.
Yeah,
That's exciting.
Yeah, I think, like I said, we all are doing the same things, and really being able to network and make those connections has been like, one of the most beautiful things in the world. Like, I've also seen you, like judging. Like you were judged last year at Doo-Wop Cincinnati Poetry Slam.
That was fun.
Yeah, what was it like judging poetry?
I was nervous.
Was that your first time?
Hey, I do everything. I do everything scared. Do it scared. Get out of your fear. But she asked me, and I was like, I never did this before, right?
Mm-hmm.
But everybody at the table was cool, and I met new friends.
I'm trying to remember who was at the table that day.
Stephanie.
Oh yeah. Okay,
And then
yeah.
Schuler.
Oh, Skylar.
Skylar.
Yeah.
And then One Single Rose.
Yeah.
She on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I enjoyed myself.
Man, that was a crazy job. Yeah, because that was my first. That was the first slam that I had ever been to.
Okay.
And so to be covering that event, and then you were there, and I met so many people there as well.
Okay.
But Skylar, because I think he was at one of your events too, wasn't he?
Yeah. He performed the Mother's Day event.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. So, wow.
Yeah, he's a big supporter.
Yes.
Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah. Another content creator who I been learning from as well, man. I'm telling you, between y'all two, I'm like, man, y'all be doing y'all thing.
Yeah.
What do you feel like is the biggest thing that you want to accomplish in 2023, if you already haven't yet?
The biggest thing in this year, I have so many different goals as far as my business. Right now, I'm just working on the connection with the people because I don't have a spot, but that would be my goal to get my, get a spot when I'm more financially stable and all that.
Yeah.
But I'm learning as much as I can. So I've been doing webinars.
Okay.
And I signed up for Mortar Academy.
Okay.
That's for entrepreneurs.
Oh.
So I've been signing up for all the little free stuff, like for business entrepreneurs online.
Yeah.
And then I finally got on my fear bubble and I signed up for a SCORE mentor.
Okay.
So yeah, I've been doing things that have been scaring me that the old Elaine would be scared of.
Yeah.
But I had to bust out of that fear bubble in order to elevate and grow. But yeah, I would like my own spot again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I really
Because
like
you had a super nice spot. Because I know you had moved into the bigger spot and everything, and had your stuff set up so now. And I remember you was even making T-shirts and stuff like that too, like hoodies and all of that. You actually made my
hoodie.
my my hoodies for the mic drop that I wore on. For season 1, and so a lot of people don't know that. They were asking like, man, who made your hoodies? And and so I had told them you did, but as far as not currently having your shop, how are you selling your merchandise?
I'm selling it at events.
Okay.
So Reggae Wednesday, I did the whole summer. It's only 3 more Reggae Wednesdays left. So I really like working with 3CDC as a vendor. So I like that area at Washington Park. I may do Fall Fest and some winter ones. But I do like being a vendor up under for when they have events through 3CDC.
Okay.
I started last year through them vending at the Fountain Square. And I enjoy myself,
Yeah, because I've seen you vend at a lot of different, events and, things like that. And, a lot of people, they talk about what your products have done for them, just as far as, I think it was like the body wash or you got something that you put in like the bathtub or something like that.
I got bath bombs.
Yeah, I remember somebody talking about that. They was like, man,
body wash. I got body butter. That's a good seller, number 1 seller. My bracelets and the body butters are matching. They be selling.
I was just about to ask, like, what's selling the most?
They neck and neck. When I go back and look, I say, ooh, these. So everybody wears bracelets. Even more than one on their wrist. Yeah, handmade jewelry. Handmade is the best made. So yeah, and I like being creative. So that lets me be in my creativity, making the necklaces, earrings, bracelets. Just doing whatever, T-shirts, paint, whatever. I have a little craft room.
Do you have like any new products coming?
When I do, I post them on my page.
Okay.
If you follow Miss E Soap, MSE Soap, I have a business page and I take tons of pictures. I have tons of pictures. So I say not hot new product, just made. Fresh, And
you Missy Soap everywhere.
Yeah,
everywhere.
hashtag.
TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, I was going to say, I think Twitter. Okay, Twitter, yeah.
Hashtag MSE Soap. That's me. Yeah. So I built that up. It's still building my hashtag.
Okay. So y'all make sure if y'all get any products from Missy Soap, make sure you hashtag Missy Soap. That's super dope.
Yeah.
So we talked about your goals and you talked a little bit about poetry and all of those things. Is there anything that you have like as far that's going on that we haven't discussed?
Not in my calendar right now. I'm just focused on the Reggae Wednesdays at this point. and then making more things. But well, not saying I won't do other events. I do have them, but I don't say it until I really locked in on them. You know, gotta for sure go. But if you follow my page, I post a lot. I post everything, where I'll be at next and everything. But yeah, just working on the back end of Missy, so getting all the knowledge I can get as far as the business aspect side of it, because I do want to grow.
How big can you see Missy Soap getting?
I could see me in a different, you know, like in a tourist town on a beach somewhere. Hey, yeah, I love to be on the beach.
Yeah.
But
have your little boutique out there. Yeah.
Hey, that's be on the beach every day. But and I could just I just sell them, make them in the tourist town. But I don't know wherever God placed me. I can't say I'm gonna be here, or there. But I do see me working for me for the rest of my days that God has me on this earth. So that's why I'm serious about this, because I really want to work for myself and be able to pay my bills and everything, like live off Missy Soul. So I'm serious about it, because you know, when you've been working for someone else for so many years, yeah. So I can see it being big, me doing events at my new spot, and I got a vision. I don't want to talk about it too much, but I see it being big.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, like I always say, for season 2, I am, you know, doing something a little different, to where I'm going to switch roles for a minute and let you be the interviewer and ask me one question.
Okay.
So, if you could ask me one question, what would it be?
Okay, I know you got your mic drop and your CD and everything, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, he's doing the daggone thing. Right now, who would you want to call your phone and say, hey, B. Anderson, I seen you on Facebook, I seen you on Instagram, I like what you do. Let's work. I'm gonna fly you out. Who on the other end?
Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey.
I've been saying that forever.
Interview.
Like I always have wanted to be interviewed by Steve Harvey, and I hate being interviewed. Like I like to be the interviewer. But if Steve Harvey called me and said, "Hey B, I'm flying you out tomorrow. Have your bags packed. Be ready.
Okay.
I'm bringing you on to interview you. We gonna talk about your story. Listen. I don't care what we talk about. I just always have. That's been one of my biggest goals. Is I always wanted to be in the same space as Steve Harvey, because he inspired me so much. Just, you know, his words of wisdom, just the fact that he does a million different things. Like I know he got like the Family Feud and the Steve Harvey. He got like the radio thing that he does. He got like a talk show. I'm like, man, this man, you know, does so many different things, and I've always inspired to wear multiple hats and to be able to you know, divide my time up, and also have a team that, you know, who supports my vision, who shares my vision, and who can help enhance my vision. And so, yeah, if I was to get a call from Steve Harvey, yes.
Y'all hear that?
Would
Steve Harvey, hashtag Steve Harvey. B. Anderson waiting on the phone call. Y'all heard of Steve Harvey. Somebody send this video. Tag Steve Harvey, please.
Listen.
Come on now.
I would really appreciate that.
Y'all heard him.
Well, with this being the mic drop with B. Anderson, is that it? That's it? That's all?
The questions?
Well, I'm saying, like, just in general, like, do you feel like, you know, we've been able to, you know, pretty much cover your journey and what you've had going on thus far? My
journey is just, it seems like it's just beginning. So you guys got to follow Elaine. Because I got a lot more, you know, in store for you guys. So even and my customers, they see my growth too.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna be writing more.
Oh,
This my goal, to write
looking
more,
forward to that.
to travel more
Okay.
too. I ain't gonna wonder how. Just know,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I'm praying about it. Travel more. I get inspired when I travel more
Mm-hmm.
and visit new places. It gives me something to write about, and then to take pictures
Mm-hmm.
and to vibe more. So I guess vlogging would be on the list, upping my vlogging game up.
Okay.
But and then elevating Missy Soap as a business. I just like just being creative. It be that is my happy space. But and I like sharing it with the world because a lot of people say they watch my lives,
Yeah.
and I didn't know. But a lot of people be saying it, but so don't concentrate on the likes because that doesn't pay any bills or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So because they're watching, even though they don't like it.
Yeah.
So you're
That's
inspiring
something
people.
I learned.
Yeah, you're helping people. You're motivating people. You're inspiring them that's otherwise scared to speak up or scared to tell you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I said, when you see the numbers and views, you said, okay, I'm reaching to the people. So I said, God, give me the right words to say to help someone along their journey. Because we're going to fall down, but we got to get back up.
Mm-hmm.
That's life, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So we got to look to God and in our time in trouble, you know?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. You know, I think that's like, you know, the perfect note to end on. When you do have your next venture, you know, I'll have you back to, you know, talk about it on my new release segment.
Okay,
So, you know,
what's
that's what I love to do. You know, if you finally get to where you're ready to drop that book, we'll be right back here.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get your advice on that because you done wrote some books.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get your advice on that. But thank you so much for having me on the mic drop. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's a beautiful day.
Thank you. Y'all make sure y'all tap in with Missy Soap. She is Missy Soap everywhere. Hashtag, you know, look for her, follow, subscribe. You know, just make sure you tap in with her. This has been the mic drop with B. Anderson, and we are out.
Peace.
Tap in with me.